Hi and welcome to D Scrapbooks YouTube channel. I'm going to start off with our one-page layouts for February 2021. I do have this one on top that I, for some reason, think it is a two-page, but I cannot find the other page, and I'm really good about putting them together. So maybe I'm just confused, and maybe it is a single page. But if I find it somewhere, he will know. So again, this paper is from El Studio. Really old collection too. And this is my grandson, and this was a baby reveal for my nephew. It was part of a Bash Your Scrapbook Stash challenge. I think it was Bashful. We needed to use stamping, which I'm terrible at, and this was a stamp this big, which I stamped over and over, as you can see from the different colors. I just thought it added a little bit more dimension. And then we needed to use enamel, and we needed to use 3 photos, and we needed to use word stickers, if I remember correctly. That was all part of the challenge. For this one was also a Bash Your Scrapbook Stash Facebook group challenge. If you have not checked them out, you need to. I just love their Facebook group and their challenges. It keeps me motivated, keeps me going, so I can get some more stuff. And this one was about using a stencil, and this was ink. I used 2 different colors of ink in the background, and then I traced it with a pen, and we had to use enamel dots and metal, I think it was, for this one. I think that's all I remember for this one, but it might be 4 or 5. I just remember those 3. This again is for Scrapbook, for the Bash Your Scrapbook Stash page, and this one was also using a stencil in the background, and I used this 2 different colors of purple on these clouds to match the layout that my granddaughter did. This was a layout that she did with me as I was scrapbooking during the challenge. My granddaughter, she's just too cute. This again was that same cloud die. Nope, this one was a single one that I used over and over and over. I had a little cloud stencil that I used over and over, and this is my great nephew. This is some really old, oh my God, I don't even know what you would call it, but it is hard, like a hard acrylic, but white. It was from Junkets, if anybody ever remembers that brand, Junkets. And then these we had to use for this challenge, metal, and this is a jewel brad. I'm pretty sure it was from Making Memories. These were enamel. We had to use buttons, and then I think maybe a die cut title or a large title it could have been, and some fibers, because I'm usually not a fiber person, and I put it on both. I think fibers and ribbon perhaps, and buttons. I love their challenges because I have so many things. It's nice to use up some of the stuff that I've been hoarding for years and that are not any part of my go-to supplies, except enamel dots. I use them all the time, but I don't stencil all the time because of the waiting. It takes so long. So it's nice to be forced to use them because I do love them. I did purchase them and I do want to use them. So the challenge just makes me use what I have. These fibers are probably like 20 years old. I've been scrapbooking for about 27 years. And yeah, so this fiber is probably maybe 25, 26 years old when I first started. This Junkets, this brand, doesn't even exist anymore. So that lets you know, and neither does the Making Memories. But anybody who's been scrapbooking should know Making Memories. They were around forever. This one, as you can see, it was a 6x6 stencil, which I inked over and over on the page. This was a sticker that we gave out as part of his goodie bags for his birthday. And he was so excited about his underwear that he wore special for his birthday party. And these were pictures of after we showered him. But this is a sleepover he was having at grandma's. But you can see some more enamel dots. You see stickers. You see a punch. So I'm pretty sure that was all part of this challenge, and a large title. So there's not much actual product on here. This was a doodle bug, and he is metal. So, and I still managed to do a cute layout that he loved. This is Kaisercraft, and this is a pretty old collection. These are photos of our cruise in 2020 that we took during the pandemic. As you can see, I see metal here, I see enamel dots, I see twine or ribbon or whatever category you want to put that under. And this was part of the Bash Your Scrapbook Stash Facebook group challenge. Again, this is another one. You can see the enamel dots, you can see the long title, you can see the background, and this was a brick one. I really love the way this came out, this background. I am not big on this mixed media stuff. I am terrible at it. I do like to get the stencils, and they do sometimes come in my hip kit, but I am just not good at it. But I did love the way that it looked on here. So I might just use that again. Here again, it was a stencil that I used, and I'm pretty sure we had to use metal and fiber and buttons and a long title. And you can see here, you can see the enamel dots, you can see the ink, and then I tried to use some watercolor to change it up a little. So I know it is funky, totally different than, you know, anything I usually do. I like clean lines. I don't know if it's because he's looking up and kind of the stars are there. But I actually do like this layout. It's a little off the beaten path for me. And I don't know if I would do it again, but it was a challenge for Bash Your Scrapbook Stash. So I like that they push me to do things, and 99% of the time I love whatever I finish creating with the supply list that they give us. So this just happens to be one of them that was totally outside my box, and it's kind of weird and different, but I actually like it. Maybe why? Because it's weird and different. This one was also for a Bash Your Scrapbook Stash, and this was, again, you see that background, but I actually love the background on this. This is some really old Queen and Company. It was like for some, magical, for Mickey Mouse kind of layout. Excuse me. But I thought it went so well with the rest of the green and the black. And this was a Bella Boulevard strip. These giant letters, I can't remember who they were. This was a die cut. I love the way this background came out. I can't even remember. I think it was all ink. I think it was Distress ink. I just love the way it came out, and I would totally do this one again. So thanks BYSS for challenging me to do something like this. Now that I see it, I'm like, oh, I got to do this again right away. But you can see the metal also, and the enamel dots and the big title. So that all goes with that BYSS challenge. Again, this is another one that was a BYSS challenge. You can see the big title, you can see the enamel dots, you can see the metal, you can see the background, and I actually love this one too. And this is one of those 6x6, or maybe it was 4x6, because you can see the shape here. But I also love the way that this is turned out. I put some black splatter on it. Totally not my style again, not something I would do. I'm not into all the messy. I love it. I love the way it looks, and I actually love this layout, but I am not all about the mess. I just don't know how to do it right, if that's even a thing. But I love the way it came out on this layout. So sometimes when you take yourself out of your wheelhouse, you end up loving what you make. This again was that brick stencil. Big title, enamel dots, metal, the fibers, and this strip was one of the border stickers from one of my collections. Couldn't tell you which, but I actually love this layout too. Excuse me. I'm so grateful that I have found BYSS, because their challenges really pull me out of myself and get me to do something new and something fun and keep that mojo going. This is another BYSS challenge, and on this one you can see I did the spray, and this was a big 12 by 12 stencil. You can see the enamel dots, the big title, and on here I doodled around the edges just to bring it together. I think it went great because this is like him right in front of the window and the sun was hitting him, and I just think it all went really well together, and I totally would do this again. I love the way this came out. Again, this is the brick one. Big title, enamel dots, metal, fiber. And this is, again, I'm pretty sure this one was a doodle bug sticker. And the enamel dots, you can see I put the sticker along different places. And I also love this one a lot. Oh, this one is so adorable. And again, this was a large stencil. I'm pretty sure that this was a spray. And this is my great nephew. I used some of that ribbon. It was like a felt. And then this was a border sticker. This was tissue paper. I have the enamel, I have the fiber, I have the metal again for that challenge. This one again, metal, enamel dots, fiber, large title, stencil on the background. This was a 12 by 12 heart. And I love the complimentary blues on here. I also think that this was a well done challenge. This is my granddaughter, and this was some Felicity Jane leftovers. I am pretty sure that I was trying to, let me put this back, I'm sure it was up here. Trying to use it up, and for this one I know that it was required to use washi tape, to use sticker words, and to stamp across one edge, which I did down here. This is multiple times stamping. I don't own a lot of stamps. I'm not a big stamper. So the ones that I do have are the ones that I really love. And even if I never use them, I really love them. So I have a little stash of those. And this little heart one was just the cutest thing. It was on a, like a wooden handle kind of stamp. And I'm pretty sure it was Heidi Swap. But I just stamped a few times across the border, and I really love the way that little edge is there. This one is the Felicity Jane kit. One of my parents last year used to make all kinds of things on her silhouette or cricket, I'm not sure which. And for one of my gifts, she gave me "I'm a Teacher, What's Your Superpower" face mask. And it's true, this is my superpower. This is what I was meant to do with my life. I love what I do. I love working with my kindergartners. So I took a photo and scrapbooked it because I thought it was awesome that she would see that light in me. Again, this one was for a Facebook Bash Your Scrapbook Stash Facebook group. And you can see the multiple stampings on this one. You see the washi tape, the label stickers, and enamel. I'm pretty sure that was part of it. This is my hubby getting ready to go out and ride his motorcycle. And again, this was stamping on the bottom, multiple stamps. Like I said, I'm not really good at it. That is not one of my things it's not one of my go-tos. I rarely ever stamped, usually for a challenge, but I did like the way that it was grungy, and different. You see how it came out in different colors, darkers and lighters, and that's great because it goes with the mood and feel of the layout. You can see it here with his mask. My husband's crazy. But there's word stickers, there's enamel dots, there's lots of words, washi, and all part of the recipe for Bash Your Scrapbook Stash. Here are my grandkids. And again, I'm pretty sure this was part of it because there was some words, some enamel, and some stamps and borders. So this again is part of that challenge. You can see these were little stamps of dots that I punched, and I like the way that it looks, that you see how this one's lower and higher. I like that kind of imperfection in my layouts because nobody is perfect. You can see some word stickers, some enamel dots, the title, and this one was a washi border going across, and this is really old, so it was nice to use that up. This is some ancient paper, basic gray. If you're a basic gray fan, you would know this collection. It is really, really old. I have some of it with some more photos of the baby, I think from this photo session that I'm going to be doing in the near future. But you can see the grungy look of basic gray. And then this was the stamped on top for the challenge. The title, the puffy, the enamel dots, the sticker words, the washi. So that's how I answered the challenge on that one. And as I said, you see even double layering them and accidentally putting them on top of each other still looks good and grungy. It still fits in with the paper in the style, the layout. So that's something else. Like, and this was an actual mistake. Like the stamp fell, and I felt like it still looked good. It still was part of that grungy, and it even got on my because I forgot to stamp on this side. Even got on my puffy sticker, and it just went on the puffy sticker, and that was fine. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I like when I stamp for the challenges. Again, you can see here that this was also stamping, and you can see the pieces, like where it goes. Some of them, because I'm not very good at this, were not so dark, so I went back with my marker and filled them in. And this is my grandson making his puzzles. He just has a thing with puzzles. His mom is a big puzzle person, and so is he. There's some washi tape on here, long title, 3 photos. Pretty sure that was that challenge. Okay, for this one, it was a Bash Your Scrapbook Stash challenge, but it was to use another post. Use a post from another member of the group, and it couldn't be a moderator because I'm a moderator there, so I had to use like somebody who is a regular member and find one of their layouts and recreate it. So this was a regular layout. This one of our regular members posted. The sketch of it was, or the design, and we had to take something from the design or the sketch that we loved and use it to create a layout. And I just loved the other version of this. I could not tell you who it was that I got it from, but I did love it. And so our members are amazing, their layouts are amazing, and it's great inspiration for all of us. So this was part of that. This was also part of that post that we needed to post to pick somebody who was a member of our group and recreate their layout. I think hers was in blues, like an ocean picture maybe, and I did it with love. It was my sister's birthday, and we had all 5 generations here. So I did in my own color scheme. So I know it wasn't the color scheme that I did. I'm pretty sure it was the sketch. It was, this is the way their layout was. Again, this was another one that their layout was like this. So I stole in the colors, if I remember correctly, they also had these beautiful blues in it, and they had a really long title. So that's where I got that from, my great nephew. And puffies and some enamels and some washi and a long title. And I got it to fit in with the recipe. This is some really old Teresa Collins. And these are my girls. When they had their own apartment, when they shared an apartment, they were cooking together. And they would send me their photo pics of their meals. And then let me know if it was a win or a loss. This one has washi, label stickers, and enamel dots. And again, you can see that I stamped on the bottom. And again, you see how they're on top of each other. Some are darker, some are lighter. It's great. I love that funky look on it. Some people are more of a perfectionist with their stamps, but I'm good. Here again, you can see the label stickers. You can see the enamel. You can see the washi tape. Again, for that Facebook group. Here you can see I stamped again. This paper came with those black lines, like that doodling already was on there. And this is Felicity Jane. If you have not checked out the Felicity Jane kits, you should. They're amazing. And I just thought with the yellow and the yellow on her shirt, my daughter and I like to have meals together whenever she comes and visits. So we used some washi tape, some enamel dots, some label stickers, and that was all part of the challenge. And then I stamped on the bottom here. This was also Felicity Jane. Oh yeah, Felicity Jane, definitely. And you can see I stamped, I dropped some ink on it, and these were cookies when we had our girls' weekends. The hotel that we stayed at had like these $5 meals every day, and they have $5 snacks. So you got milk and cookies for a meal for $5, and the girls were all over it at their age. They're grown, but it was so much fun. So I got pictures of them eating with their cookies, and yes, they shared. They better have. This layout is also with Felicity Jane. Again, the stamping of the hearts on the side. There's the washi tape in the corner. There's some puffy stickers, a title, some label stickers. Again, this was part of that challenge. You can see the stamping on the bottom. And again, you can see that it's not all perfect. And it is okay. Use some washi tape, big title, enamel dots. And this is them getting ready to say a speech to everybody who came, and those of us, those family members who flew down, and everybody who was watching on Facebook Live. This was my sister's 50th birthday. She was here, and my elder sister joined us. And my great nephew, which is her grandson, her very first grandson. We had a seafood barbecue here for my sister, which is her favorite thing. We use washi, enamel dots, label stickers. That was part of the challenge. And sometimes you just have to make the pictures black and white. You would not believe what these, what we were all wearing, how we did not coordinate at all. And I did want to show us united, so I did change my photo to black and white. Sometimes you need to do that, and it's okay. Again, this is that really old washi tape. I know a lot of people put it on white before they put it down, but sometimes when I'm already putting out another paper, I don't need to, especially when it's black like that dark and that heavy. You don't need to put it on that white. This is some really old simple stories, and again, this is my grandson with all his toys. He just has such an imagination. This is some old simple stories, and again, for this one, you can see I left the spaces. It was stamping, enamel, and label stickers. And this was my, I want to say, the Manarita, the first time I tried it. I'm not big on margaritas, so it was nice to try something new. It was delicious. This was at my niece's Sweet 15. My husband and his sister got to spend some time together, and I'm just glad that they're back in touch. And we reach out and have conversations and see each other. So that's that. This is my edible arrangements. I am so allergic to flowers, so my husband gets me an edible arrangements for Valentine's Day or my birthday, or he knows not to send me flowers because he doesn't want to send me into an attack. This is L Studio, and this was using up some PL cards. I'm pretty sure this was a recipe because I see the buttons and the enamel and the ink splashes and the ribbon. But I love the way it came out. Here's some more ribbons, some more buttons. And this is also L Studio. And this is a box of chocolates one of my parents gave me. Like these fine truffles. So it was kind of cool. They were very different. And they did have a label to let me know what everything was. And I took a snapshot because it was so cool and interesting. All the beautiful colors of the chocolate. This is also L Studio. I went through a thing where I wanted to get rid of all their big papers. I still haven't used it all up, but I have hit it pretty hard. I have just a little bit left, and I have since stopped ordering their collections, even though I love them, the bright primary colors, because my kids are no longer, my grandkids are bigger too. No one's not really wearing those primary colors all the time. It's either soft pastels or dark, like especially with 3 boys, masculine colors. You're gonna see lots of greens and browns. In my family, especially my husband, his favorite color is green, and my daughter's favorite color is green. So you're gonna see all variations of green. You're not gonna see those reds and oranges and blues. Even though my oldest son's favorite color is orange. For work, he needs to wear pink, so it kind of throws you know, a flag on the plate, because usually I have to make the photos black and white, because if not, they're all wearing totally different colors. And I'm sure we had to use some metal, and that was a metal jewel from Making Memories again, and that is some Elle Studio. This is Felicity Jane. My favorite collections to use are from Felicity Jane. I don't think this was for a challenge unless we needed to use ribbon and enamel dots and tags and chipboard and buttons and metal. Maybe, could be, now that I'm thinking about it. But everybody knows my grandmother used to love Red Lobster. So whenever I go there, it just makes me think of her. Ribbons, buttons, wood. This is me and my youngest son, metal. This has got to be for Bash's Scrapbook Stash challenge. This is before he left for a week to California during the pandemic, when he went to see the girlfriend that he had at that time. This was, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what I used this for. It could have been a challenge because I see buttons and fiber. It might have been 2 photos, some acrylic, epoxy. Not even sure. I love the colors in it. My daughter's wearing that soft purple. This is a chenille collection, which I have tons of it. I always get them, but purple is not a very popular color. So whenever somebody does wear purple, this is the collection I pull out. This paper is unknown. I'm not sure where I got it from. But I did use some ribbon, some enamel, some buttons, so I'm thinking it is for a challenge. This is a Felicity Jane layout. This is my great nephew, and I'm pretty sure it was something to do with buttons and metal. And I used a lot of PL cards on this layout, so, and there was a ribbon, so that's part of the challenge. If I only knew then what I know now, I was so excited to be done with that first year of COVID, and so excited to be starting 2021, not knowing all the loss that we would suffer in 2021. I was so happy for a new year, for COVID to be gone, and as you all know, that did not happen. COVID is still around and still destroying lives everywhere. So this is me and my oldest daughter. She will pose with me, unlike my other kids. So here's another Felicity Jane kit. I'm sure this was also for a challenge. I see the ribbon, I see the metal, I see the bling, I see the buttons. And this is when we're celebrating my mother's birthday at the Roomas with my oldest daughter and my youngest son. And this is my youngest son with my mom also at that birthday dinner. She came here about a week after her birthday, and we took her out to dinner. We were so glad to see her. It had been months because of COVID that we did not get to see her. So it was good to have her home. If you have not checked out Felicity Jane, you need to. As you can see from my layouts, I'm a bit of a minimalist, and so their kits usually, all I have to do is add some white paper, and they last and last and last. I get more than 10 layouts out of them, and she includes a stamp in her kit, so you have more options there if you wanted to go that route. I usually wind up selling mine on Facebook Marketplace or on one of the Facebook scrapbooking groups. Just because, like I said, I'm not a big stamper. I do keep sometimes the stamps, but that helps me defray the cost, so it's not so crazy expensive to get their kits, because I think they're like $40. But there's so much product in there, so you need to go check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye.